time down as you possibly can as we go into the second heat for the Masters Club A Coxed 4.
Yeah, and coming up in that race, you see the boats at the starting dock. We have Alexandria Community Rowing in lane 3, Potomac B in lane 4, Carolina Masters in lane 5, Capital and Austin rounding out the bottom 2 lanes in 6 and 7. What are some ways you've developed yourself, both physically, mentally, emotionally, to prepare yourself throughout the sport? Because a lot of the answers you were giving me earlier, I was very impressed. Honestly, we were talking to the RSR Elite coach earlier in the week, and she was talking about some of the mental gymnastics that they take athletes through. Like, you have a great performance or you don't have a good performance, and not letting that define you and making sure your identity is rooted in the right thing, which is emotional maturity. So a lot of the things that you were mentioning, I was picking up on. I was like, okay, that's not something traditionally day one you start in life and you're like, I'm there at that level. Does that make sense?
Yeah, most definitely. I think doing hard things and proving to yourself that you can do hard things is a really big part of that, right? And then, like I was saying earlier, with just being adaptable. So when it comes to like mental and emotional development, I think that just comes from who you spend your time around.
Some mental
I've been
and
lucky enough to
emotional
spend around some
development down
incredible
there.
coaches, also really supportive family. So definitely props to them.
Are they
Physically,
gonna go?
challenging yourself always just to be a little bit better.
Did they even?
Just to
Can
do
you?
the thing you don't want to
You're
do,
recording,
right?
aren't you?
And kind of working through that has been
Is it
super
recording
helpful.
us?
I don't know.
Whether it's studying or running, it can all it can all be challenging, but you can make it fun if you try hard enough.
But
so
they got
as
off
we
the
go
line
into
really
this
fast
next
and they
race, I'm
lost it.
looking at that unofficial
All those boats are
unofficial time to beat is going to be 3:38.59. So I'm going to watch that clock, and as we see the middle crew here, Carolina Masters Rowing, come down the course, I know that their coxswain's trying to put that time down, maybe go a little bit faster. They are coxed by Caroline. Their stroke seat is Haley Richardson. Their 3 seat is Ashley Meyer. Their 2 seat is Emma Mavis, and their bow is Elizabeth Finzi. And they are similar to that Potomac boat that I was talking about earlier. Their oars are moving through the water nice and quick. That boat is light, and they just are maintaining that high stroke rate as they ham it down the course. It looks like behind them, that is going to be Capital Rowing Club in lane 6 and Austin Rowing Club in lane 7. Fighting for 2 and 3 from my perspective. It's always hard when I'm watching rowing races trying to decide what place they're in. So that's my challenge of the day. It's trying to watch the buoys when you're at an angle.
Stroke seat. Look at, she's circling.
Yeah, no, it's definitely something you have to pick up on. But I think overall, just you jumping in the broadcasting booth and just doing as well as you had, it just shows developing and doing hard things as much as you can. You could have said no.
I could have said no.
So there you go.
This is fun.
Yeah, no, and then you get used to it, and then you realize you're like, oh wait, I can actually do that. But how many times do we, not to turn this entire broadcast into a motivational seminar, how many times do we do that in life?
Well, and that's what I really love about Masters Rowing is they're people who don't have to, be out there. Their parents aren't telling them, hey, you got to go row, right? Like, they're not youth athletes. Everyone really wants to be there and is doing this for themselves. And
it's like they stumbled after the start or something.
Like, they have proven something to themselves today, and I think that's pretty sweet.
All right, looks like Carolina Masters Rowing in lane 5 is out in front, followed by Austin Rowing Club in lane 7. Carolina squad, Elizabeth, Emma, Ashley, Haley, and Caroline Swirsky,
at the same time.
And these 2 boats at the top, Alexandria Community Rowing, with Hager, Veronica, Cindy, Beth, and Maureen, and are racing against this Potomac Boat Club B with Juanita, Claire, Charlotte, Greta, and Gabriella. Very curious to see that top boat, Alexandria Community Rowing, all the way to the right of our screen right now, trying to walk on our Crew Capital Rowing Club. And as I said, this time to beat is 3:38 unofficially. I'm watching these crews fly by our production tent right now. They're in the last couple strokes of their race.
They're not going to get 338, are they? Let's see, finish third.
Here we go. This is going to be close. Lane number 5, Carolina Masters Rowing, followed by Austin Rowing Club. Unofficially, I should say 1, 2, 341.37.
They're like at 4 something.
So they'll be just on the outside, followed by a 3-second difference from second to first. Lane 6, Capital Rowing Club, will jump into the third spot of just this heat. But looking at the times for the first race, it looks like 3:38 Community Rowing is going to be the top. 3:39 Lincoln Park Boat Club will be the second. And Carolina Masters, the top finisher of this heat, will take third overall. Of course, this is all unofficial, but that's where we sit